Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we are talking about if you should do a HyperMile build in 2022 with the rising prices of gasoline, diesel, gas of all kinds as well, 87, 93. All of it is going up severely. We are at $5.34 right now at this mobile in our town for 93. So Kyle's STI takes this, the GS takes that. So we do own vehicles that are directly affected by extremely expensive 93. $4.79 a gallon for 87 and $6.39 a gallon for diesel here. $4.79 a gallon for 87. Now is a better time to talk about hypermiling than ever before. What? Is it a big yawn? Torrington has been hypermiling this Volvo backhoe, speaking of which. Just kidding, the town probably paid mad money for that backhoe. I've seen that exact backhoe and that exact crew working on like mad storm drains in Torrington, so it's good that they're putting their machinery to good use. Dude, on his old John Deere out here. Sick. So jumping right into it, we obviously have to start with the #1 pick, the Geo Metro. This thing is famous for getting crazy MPGs. So as you can see, rare, 3-cylinder, 5-speed manual. $5 will take you pretty far in this baby. Look at this guy. This guy knows what he has. He knows the Geo Metro is a super reliable MPG rig. So that's why we're starting the list with the Geo Metro. Honorable mentions, obviously, we got like the Corolla / Geo Prism body style here. As you can see, look, 4-cylinder, great on gas. Like, these people know what they have. That's probably why they got their shit up here posted for sale, trying to capitalize on the high gas prices at the moment. But as you can see, check this out. We got the Prism right here, 3Gs. Yeah, anyway, this was originally the Geo Metro's time to shine here, but we're kind of just looking at other stuff in this category. Ford Festiva, this thing's gotta be great on MPGs. 40 miles per gallon. Look at this. Like, people are literally just putting the MPGs like in the marketplace ad. Like, gas is almost $5 a gallon. Now people are trying to tax off of cars that get good MPGs. So moving on from the legendary Geo Metro, we have obviously the Toyota Prius. Toyota Prius, iconic MPG rig. There are years to avoid. Best years of the Toyota Prius are 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, and the years 2013 to 2020. While the worst years are 2010, 2011, and 2012. Is this good on MPGs? Okay, see, now we're talking. These are starting to become big boy numbers. 53 city, 46 highway. This has my seal of approval with these numbers. 2013 Toyota Prius. Let's see. Highest trim level for the year. Okay, what are we looking at for MPGs here? 51 city, 48 highway. Pretty good. So if you got a 5-digit budget to work with here, this thing's 11,500. Something like this could be fire if you have like a commute that just is chugging through gas. Prius is the way to go. Yeah, I definitely would recommend a Prius. Look at this rig for 14,000. This thing's mint, dude. Are you serious? I'm about to have to cop one of these. What does this thing get for MPG? 58 city, 53 highway. Okay, now we're starting to get into like actual like hyper mileage numbers here. Like, this thing would be a great little daily commuter for 14,000. Thing's mint, dude. All right, moving on from the legendary Toyota Prius, because you guys know the Prius had to make the list. We're in the 50 MPGs with the Toyota Prius. But, you know, one of the downsides, let's talk downsides. If you're going to go ahead and pick up one of these generation Priuses, you got to look out for the hybrid batteries going bad, stolen aftermarket catalytic converters, stuff like that is what you got to be careful for on these older ones. But one of these could be a good buy. I think Hoovie's Garage did one where he bought one with clapped batteries, switched the batteries out, and the thing was mint. So one of these could be a feasible option as well, and they're way cheaper. And if you're willing to work on the car yourself, you could probably pick up one of these clapped ones. Look at this, $3,700. Oh, not this one. Look at this, $3,700. Like, this is what I'm talking about. You get something cheap like this, replace the batteries or whatever, good to go. This one's getting 46 MPG combined according to Facebook. All right, anyway, Toyota Prius, legendary. Moving on, though. Moving on from the Toyota Prius. We have the Honda Insight. And yes, I am talking about the original Honda Insight. I am talking about this one right here. Look at... What? What is this? What? This is like some kind of drag build. I can't tell if it's ghetto or not, though, or something. Like, what? Dude, it's got a Hydro E. This is definitely a drag car. So we're going to just not look at this one because that is unrealistic. We're looking at hypermiling, not doing quarter mile times. So you can't even get the Honda Insight that I'm talking about. Like, I'm talking the actual OG Honda Insight with the wheel covers. Let's go ahead. Let's bump this up. Let's see if we can find one within 500 miles. Yeah, this is what I am talking about. Manual transmission, no accidents, clean title, very rare, 2000 Honda Insight hybrid. Hybrid system works great and maintains between 50 to 60 mpg. Costs less than $40 to fill and will go 600 plus miles on a tank. Wow. Car is clean inside and out, needs absolutely nothing, runs perfectly. Everything works as it should. Newer tires and brakes. New Jersey inspection good through 11/23. Clean New Jersey title. Cash only. Car is sold as is. This thing is the rig, dude. Little manual Insight. This guy's claiming 50 to 60 mpg. That's pretty crazy. One of these definitely gets my seal of approval. However, these have their fair share of problems. The batteries go bad. You got to worry about these higher mileage ones. You got to do a clutch. Typical stuff like that. But yeah, this Honda Insight is pretty sick. Let's see what else we got, though. Do we have any other ones with the wheel cover like this? Runs and drives excellent. Just need grid charger for hybrid battery. What the hell does that mean? I don't even know what that means, but $4,900 if someone's trying to replace the charger or whatever. This could be right here, $200 item. So this is what the thing needs. $4,900. This could be a sweet little deal here. 2,800. What's wrong with this thing? This car gets over 50 mpg, can get upwards of 65 mpg with optimization. No rust on the car, made entirely out of aluminum, blah, 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 runs well. Hybrid battery is losing effectiveness. This is literally perfect. So, look, this guy's flexing that the battery can be purchased for $1,400 and installed at home if you have mechanical ability. So, $2,800, posted 14 hours ago. This could be a sick little rig if you're trying to do the battery pack yourself. 2,800. Yeah, these are sick. I don't know much about these newer generation ones. I did hear that they have weird problems, so be careful with these newer generation ones. When I brought up the Honda Insight, I was talking about the OG Honda Insight with this rear wheel situation going on here. But yeah, 2000 Honda Insight hybrid. These things are sick. These things are cool. Oh, this is the drag one. This is a different ad, but for the drag one. Let's see. What is this thing? Oh my God, he put 61 mpg highway in the thing. K20 Z3 long block, 267 wheel horsepower, weighs 1,500 pounds with a 240-pound driver. Wow, that is light. These things are sick. Hypermile rig, absolutely. Moving on from the Honda Insight. We have the Toyota Yaris. Now, there are other cars that fit into this category, like the Ford Focus, Ford Fiesta. Like, there are other small cars that fit into this category. This is exactly what I'm talking about here. Look, 5-speed, nothing wrong with it. Yeah, this thing is sick. Look at this little 2-door hatchback, 5-speed manual, needs nothing. This thing could be the happy medium of super ultra reliable and really good MPGs and not hybrid. You don't need to worry about batteries or anything going wrong with this. You put gas in this thing and you go. Let's see, what else do we have? So I'm looking, when I say Toyota Yaris, I am looking for these. I am looking for the smallest one, the 2-door hatch. This is probably the most efficient one that there is. I'm just assuming, because I know that there's car Yaris like this. Like, this is still a Yaris, but it's a sedan. Looks a little bit longer. I'm talking this right here. I'm talking 2-door hatchback. So we're claiming a 35 mpg highway here, which you got to think about it. 35 mpg highway, no hybrid, no nothing. It's not a diesel. This might be one of the cheapest ways to move. Like, if you're factoring in everything, reliability, cost of doing batteries later in life, it might be worth your efforts instead of getting a Prius or an Insight or something with batteries to get the most fuel efficient, gasoline powered non-hybrid car. and this is definitely one of them. So, yeah, honorable mention here, Toyota Yaris. Actually, not even an honorable mention. This is hands down top 5. A Toyota Yaris 2-door hatch, hands down top 5. Look at this. This car gets around 45 mpg. Another guy flexing on the mpgs. Right there. Another seller clickbaiting the mpgs. This has got to mean something. You know, when gas is $5 a gallon. Automatic, runs good, super good on gas, needs nothing. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Toyota Yaris 2-door hatchback on my list of HyperMile builds. All right, so moving on from the Toyota Yaris. This is my final choice for this topic of doing a HyperMile build. So when I'm talking about the Mitsubishi Mirage, I am talking about this generation. Yes, there is an older one for HyperMile build purposes. I am talking about this generation. So the issue with these, once again, look, gas saver, guy clickbaiting the gas. These have a CVT auto, I believe. So you got to be careful with these, and you have to find a manual one. As you can see, every one that I click on is auto. We got to find a manual one here, just so I could show you guys. Another auto. Let's see. We'll keep looking. 3 cylinders. Let's see. Can we find a manual right here? 2015 Mitsubishi Mirage, 5-speed manual transmission, 40 mpg combined, 3 cylinders, front wheel drive. Just installed a new clutch. What? No rust, clean title. This thing is sick, dude. This thing is the come up for 7,500. Manual, non-hybrid, no diesel, no funny business. A straight up gasoline only. You don't have to worry about batteries. You don't have to worry about diesel. None of that. This thing is put 87 gas in it and go. So the reason that the Mitsubishi Mirage makes it onto my HyperMile build list is because of this right here. Somebody in a Mitsubishi Mirage got 74 mpg while hypermiling in some kind of competition here when the EPA only rates it for 44 mpg highway. So whoever got this going at 74 mpg is a straight savage. Right here, Aaron Gold, who was behind the wheel of his 2014 Mitsubishi Mirage. I never figured I'd come in over 70 mpg. All 3 of us kept our speeds down, yada, yada, yada. So I guess they did it with 3 Mirages, and they averaged 68.5 average mpg. That is revolutionary miles per gallon. Like, you could probably do the math. Like, let's just say, for example, someone like Kyle dailies a Subaru STI, gets horrible mpgs, or maybe not horrible. I don't know what he's getting. I haven't asked him. Let's just assume 15. Better yet, let's just look it up. So we're looking at an average of 21, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 18, 21, 20, 20, 17, 22, 18. So someone like Kyle, who is literally getting, let's just call it 22 mpg, in this exact situation, if you were getting 22 mpg and then the next day, instead of getting 22, you're getting 40. Better yet, you're getting 60-something mpg from 20-something. You can literally do the math on how long it would take for, if you dailied this instead of the STI, how long would it take for you to break even on the price of the car at 7,500? And I bet you the time is shorter than you think. I bet you dailying this for a couple years over dailying like a gas guzzler, you will literally make the $7,500 back purely in gas savings alone, which for some people, it could be a huge difference. Like if you're dailying like a Tahoe or like a Dodge Ram or something obnoxious that gets terrible MPGs, and then you really do switch, and obviously, look, if you're going to get 68 MPG, 74 MPG, let's just be honest. You got to be, these are best case situation, like overinflated tires, you're going under the speed limit everywhere, slightly downhill everywhere. Like, these numbers are attainable for sure, but you have to do weird things to get these MPGs, like shutting the cars off downhill, overinflating the tires. Like, you have to go out of your way to get numbers this high. Either way though, if, like I said, back to the Kyle situation, he's got to put 93 in the STI as well. So that's 93 at this moment in our town is like $5, like $5.50, like 93 is crazy expensive at this current moment. With those numbers, if you're paying $100 per fill-up, $120 a fill-up or whatever, which, like I said, these are just rough numbers. I'm just making shit up to prove a point here. You could literally save the $7,500 over the course of a few years, and now you're driving this car around for free. hypothetically speaking, if you've driven it to the point where the fuel cost has ROI'd, so to speak, then you're literally driving around for free, which that is another main point as to why I'm even talking about the HyperMile build. Because if you strategically do a HyperMile build and you have a long commute to and from work, or you have a long commute, I don't know, maybe like you want to go see family or whatever, and your family's is a long commute away from where you are, something like this would be absolutely perfect for someone with a long commute, a lot of highway miles. This thing is the rig. But yeah, so here are just my, not even top 5, few choices here for possible HyperMile builds. It is 2022. Fuel prices are gouging everyone. Let's just be honest here. There's not a single person that is happy about these fuel prices other than the owners of the fuel companies. So I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm looking out for you guys. If there's anyone in the market for a new car and you aren't trying to have like a project car, if you're not trying to do a drift build, a drag build, a rally build, if you're not trying to do an actual build, think about doing a HyperMile build, because this is something that you will see the benefits every single day of your life. If you're driving this thing to work every single day, you will directly see the impact on your wallet immediately from getting 40 MPG, or let's reword it, from having like 20, 30 MPG even to 40, 50, 60 MPG. If you could double your MPG and cut your fuel bill in half, you know what I mean? 2022, like this could be your year if you switch to a HyperMile build. That's all I'm saying. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope that some of you took a little bit of value, a little bit of food for thought for you guys to think about. HyperMile builds 2022. Should you be worried about MPGs, gas mileage, how reliable your car is? You got to take all this stuff into account when you're thinking about hypermiling, doing a HyperMile build. I know drifting's hot right now, drag is hot right now. A lot of people focusing on drift builds, drag builds, all that good stuff. But yeah, you know, hypermiling allows you to get out in nature, you know, go for hikes every day because you ain't worried about filling the car up. Whereas, yes, a drift build, drag build will give you miles per gallon. Today, we are focusing on miles per gallon. I bet you guys like that one. Wait, guys, I thought this video was over, but look who I just ran into. Our little Goose family over here, and the chicks are growing up. Oh my God, they're not yellow anymore. It's only been like a week, I think, since I last saw them. That is crazy. We are literally watching a Goose family grow up live here on the Life OD channel. This is insane. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited that I am like getting front row seats. And you guys on the channel with me have been watching these guys grow up too. I hope we come back and we keep coming back this summer and the chicks keep getting bigger and bigger. This is like amazing to actually like watch play out in front of me. Well, farewell to our little Goose family for now. As you could see way over in the field there, Aunt and Uncle keeping guard of Mom and Dad watching all the babies. Let's unofficially adopt these guys, just like how you can like unofficially adopt like a star or a galaxy. Let's make this the unofficial adopted Life OD geese family. Check this out, they got the ladder up on this truck here. Thing is really up there. Shout out Torrington Fire, keeping our streets safe. This is proving a point. They really got this Volvo backhoe out here doing all the work of the entire city.